After the whirlwind of emotions in Episode 4, Heartland fans everywhere are holding their breath, wondering what's next for their favorite family at the ranch. The previous episode brought moments of chaos, redemption, and a rare calm that felt almost too good to last. And if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that peace in Heartland is never permanent. It's just the quiet before another wave of change. Episode 5 promises to be one of those beautifully crafted chapters that sneaks up on you. Quiet at first, but deeply emotional, filled with the kind of storytelling that reminds us why this series continues to touch hearts season after season. It's not just about horses or the landscape, it's about the people, the choices they make, and the way love, family, and healing find a way through every storm. The calm. After the chaos, Episode 4 wrapped up with the family finally finding a moment of peace. After rescue missions, heartfelt reconciliations, and a flurry of emotional breakthroughs, fans were left with a sense of closure, at least for now. But beneath that calm lies something more profound. Episode 5 seems ready to explore what happens after the dust settles, how people rebuild, rediscover themselves, and grow once the chaos fades. This shift from survival to healing is one of the most powerful transitions in any story, and Heartland has always done it masterfully. While past episodes pushed characters to their limits, Episode 5 looks like it will dive into what those moments mean. It's not about running toward drama, it's about sitting with the aftermath, finding clarity and embracing change, and yet, that lingering sense of uncertainty remains. We can feel it in the air, that quiet tension that tells us something deeper is still unfolding beneath the surface. Katie's journey. From uncertain to unstoppable, one of the most fascinating arcs this season belongs to Katie Fleming Morris, who continues to grow into one of the show's most compelling young characters. Episode 4 gave us a glimpse of her stepping out of her comfort zone, going out with friends, testing her boundaries, and discovering that fine line between independence and insecurity. She's in that in-between space that every young person faces, not quite an adult, but no longer a child. It's awkward, emotional, and full of self-doubt, but also thrilling in its possibilities. Episode 5 seems poised to explore that journey even more deeply. The instant camera Lou gave her isn't just a prop, it's symbolic. It represents Katie's new way of seeing the world, of capturing life not just as it is, but as she feels it. Each photo could become a piece of her self-discovery, a way for her to understand who she's becoming and where she belongs. We might see Katie's creative side unfold as she uses photography to express emotions she can't yet put into words. Maybe she starts noticing details she never paid attention to before. The quiet beauty in small moments, the way family connects through gestures more than words, or even how change doesn't have to be scary. But this journey won't be smooth. Growth rarely is. There could be moments of doubt, conflicts with friends, or challenges that test her sense of identity. Still, every stumble might bring her closer to discovering her inner strength. And maybe a side of herself she didn't know existed. Lou and Peter. Between the past and the possible, while Katie's story may be one of self-discovery, another storyline pulling viewers in is that of Lou and Peter. Their dynamic has always been one of Heartland's emotional anchors, a blend of nostalgia, tension, and enduring care. Episode 4 gave us tender family scenes that reminded fans why this pair continues to capture hearts, even when they're not romantically involved. But Episode 5 could change that balance. With Peter spending more time around the ranch, the door is opening to something unexpected. Maybe not a full-blown reunion, but certainly a reawakening of what once made them inseparable. Their relationship has always been layered, not just as ex-partners, but as parents trying to navigate co-parenting while still respecting the bond they share. Episode 5 might explore those subtle moments when old feelings resurface, when a conversation turns too honest, or when silence says more than words ever could. Will they find closure? Or could this be the moment they start to rediscover what they've lost? Fans have watched them grow apart, come together, and drift again. But there's a quiet hope that maybe this time, They'll finally figure out what home truly means for both of them. Even if the show doesn't give us a clear answer, the emotional tension between them promises to deliver some of the episode's most powerful scenes. Sometimes, the most meaningful moments come not from big gestures, but from small, shared glances that remind us that love, in all its forms, never truly disappears. The heart of Heartland. Healing, reflection, and renewal. If Episode 4 was about crisis and connection, Episode 5 seems ready to shift the tone toward healing and rediscovery. It's the natural evolution of the story, the calm that lets characters breathe, reflect, and find purpose again. But don't mistake peace for stillness. Heartland has always woven its stories with quiet undercurrents, unspoken fears, upcoming challenges, and the constant reminder that change never stops. Episode 5 could bring hints of new trials ahead, maybe even something that threatens the ranch or tests the family's loyalty once again. What makes Heartland unique isn't just its rural charm. It's the way it captures emotional realism. The series never rushes its characters through pain or joy. Instead, it lets them live those moments. It allows us, the audience, to feel alongside them, to see ourselves in their triumphs and struggles. Episode 5 might give us laughter and heartwarming scenes, but it will likely plant the seeds of something much bigger, perhaps a storyline that pulls everyone back together before the season reaches its emotional high point. The subtle strength of family at its core. Heartland has always been about family, not just the one you're born into, but the one you build through love, loyalty, and shared history. Episode 5 looks set to reinforce that message. Whether it's Amy finding balance after the challenges of the past, Jack offering wisdom in his quiet, steady way, or Georgie's name being mentioned as a distant but ever-present inspiration, every storyline connects to that central theme of unity. No matter how far they drift or how much they change, the Heartland family always finds its way back to one another. That's the heart of the show. Not dramatic twists or shock value, but the comfort of knowing that even when life gets messy, there's always a place to return to. Foreshadowing and future promises still. No Heartland episode is complete without that lingering mystery, the feeling that something just beyond the horizon could change everything. Episode 5 seems to carry that same energy. Could there be trouble brewing for the ranch? Maybe a challenge that threatens their way of life, or a new character who brings both opportunity and tension? The show loves to blend the serenity of rural life with emotional unpredictability, and that balance keeps fans hooked season after season. We might see subtle signs, a conversation that hints at upcoming change, a look of worry that goes unexplained, or a storyline that starts quietly but grows into something much bigger. Heartland doesn't need explosions or cliffhangers. Its power lies in emotional buildup, in the way simple moments carry deep meaning, a season of growth. By the time the credits roll on Episode 5, viewers will likely feel both comforted and curious. Comforted by the warmth and hope that define the show, but curious about what's next. Because Heartland never stops evolving. This season has already reminded us that healing isn't a straight path. It's full of reflection, rediscovery, and resilience. Episode 5 feels like the emotional turning point, where characters begin to look inward, to understand what they want, and to prepare for whatever comes next. It's not just about tying loose ends. It's about planting roots for future stories, ones that will challenge, inspire, and, of course, bring the family closer together again. Conclusion: the real journey begins, so as Episode 5 approaches, fans can expect more than just another chapter. They can expect transformation. We'll see Katie finding her voice, Lou and Peter navigating that delicate dance between past and present, and the family learning that sometimes the quiet moments reveal the loudest truths. And maybe, just maybe, beneath the calm, Heartland is setting the stage for something monumental, a test of trust, love, and endurance that will shape the rest of the season. Because at the end of the day, Heartland has always taught us one powerful lesson. Even after the storm passes, the real journey doesn't end. It begins all over again, with hope, with love, and with the courage to start anew.